Hello! Welcome everyone to the Game Bytes Show. I am your host, Jared Dunn, joined by Jeremy Lawman Lamont. Jeremy. Jeremy is a man of few words. He's a man of so few words, he never speaks words. Jeremy, if you're speaking, we cannot hear you. There he is.
Hello?
He has joined
That was weird.
us.
I just muted and unmuted. I said a whole bunch of great things and you didn't hear them.
Well, it's probably for the best.
It is probably for the best. Hi, everybody. Hey.
Welcome.
Hello. So I just watched you murder that dude
totally
in
took
cold
him
blood.
out.
I couldn't believe that. I thought I knew
He
you.
deserved it. Probably.
He kind of did deserve it. Yeah, I mean, you know.
No, that game's pretty neat. I'm actually trying to figure out how to change the game I'm playing. I don't know that I can do that while it's live.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I probably have to reload it, but I think it does take, but only for people who newly arrive on the scene.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess I'll just do it through the weird web interface.
Oh, it's weird and webby.
Oh, gosh.
So, Jared, Kentucky Route Zero.
This is a strange game.
We got to recap this thing. The story so far.
Yep.
Fill us in. Recap this thing. The story so far.
Yep.
Fill us in. Recap.
That was weird.
A little weird.
Yeah, so Kentucky Route Zero. Hold on. There it goes. No, not connect with Facebook. Twitch is disagreeing with my inputs here. So it is a game about an antiques broker.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Last time, I have no idea what the game's about. We've played an hour and a half of this, and I have literally no clue what's going on.
I'm glad that you expressed that sentiment because that's literally what I just tweeted on the Game Bytes Show Twitter feed. What's going on? We don't know.
So is turn-based a turn-based shooter? It is not a turn-based shooter. It is a.
We really don't know what's going on.
It's a turn-based strategy game called BattleTech. No. So it is a.
We use bullets for currency in the underground subway.
Right. Yeah, I honestly don't really know. Last time we were trying to find this road to make a delivery.
Well, let's try this. So it's sort of a. I don't want to call it psychedelic, but psycho something like a psycho disturbed. I mean, it's just a bunch of transitions to things. Help me out. Am I on the right track?
Yeah. So, no, I don't know. It's a point-and-click adventure. You're an antiques dealer trying to make a delivery. And this weird guy at a gas station tells you this address is on Route Zero, but you can't find it. And as you go into the gas station basement, you're finding ghosts or people that aren't there. I don't know what they are. You go talk to a lady.
Kind of like a nightmare. Would we say nightmarish?
Yeah.
Not in the sense that it's
scary,
horrible, but in the sense that it's disjointed,
it's ethereal and
yes,
uncertain.
it's just hard to tell what's symbolic or what might really be going on.
Yeah. So here we are. Letter. Attention, Lula Chamberlain. Read your application. Thank you for your application to the Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture's annual fellowship. We received a record number of applications this year, over 100 in total, and regrettably we can award only one fellowship position per year. As you know, our review process includes a multi-phase blind committee analysis of portfolio submissions, as well as careful review by a panel of subject matter experts on each applicant's notability and relevance in the field. We must be extremely selective in our process. I mean, this is a rejection.
Yes, correct. So I think they're setting us up.
In our process, so as to maintain the standards we have established over our 35 years in operation, our panel did not select your application. We encourage you to consider reapplying next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Stone Norden, architect, Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture. Like, what does this mean?
F that guy.
Yeah.
F that guy.
I mean, that's a canned letter, you know, that everyone got that same letter.
You didn't even look at this. We're going to burn his house down.
Below the printed text is a hastily handwritten note. Ah, see, here's where it gets interesting. Sorry for the condescending form letter. Love your work. Unfortunately, I just do the mail here. Your OBT SVT Robert. What does that mean? OBT SVT. Obituary Soviet? Obligatory.
Your obedient servant, Robert.
Oh, weird. I don't know. Screw this letter. Who opens a folder on her desk labeled Proposals and opens a folder of writing paper on her desk. Okay. Proposals. So Lula sort is like, this is like all capitalized. Like, is this an acronym? Is she an android? Sorts through the documents, all printed on a fading letterhead reading Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Proposal 1, site, hospital, proposed use, auto dealership.
I forget if the other characters, were their names capitalized?
I don't remember. Proposal number 2, site, distillery, proposed use, graveyard. Oh, well, there you go. Proposal 3, basketball court, proposed use, kennel. We're going to look at this graveyard nonsense. Hybrid distillery graveyard. Proposal number 2. Distillery is still active but scaling down operation to less than half of site. Distillery built on top of graveyard originally. Hybrid distillery / graveyard could share resources. Chapel, once repurposed into bottling facility, could be repurposed into chapel. Yep, endorsed.
So this is a civil engineering job, yes?
I guess, yeah. This is a government bureaucracy happening right before our eyes. All right, hospital, proposed use, auto dealership. Let's look at the hospital. Closed due to repeated sanitation violations. Auto dealership sanitation requirements comparatively lax. Small operating rooms could be repurposed into offices. Large cubicle-style administrative offices could be repurposed into showrooms. Yeah, sure, why not? Rick clears his throat. Is he wearing a sweater vest? Busy? Lula sounds like someone who would be very sarcastic. Hey, Lula. Did you get my note? About the office party? I'm going stag. Hey, I'm probably not going anyway. Lots to do, you know. A lot of new drafts, so go away, dude. So how did your application go? I was in the mailroom, and I saw you got a letter back. Sorry, I don't mean to pry, except that I purposefully pried. I just saw... It's fine, Rick. I'm not going anywhere. How's your goldfish? That's pretty much the best way to start a conversation, I guess. All right, Act 2, Scene 1. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Isn't that where we just were? I'm going to be honest, I completely forgot how we got here. Let's talk to Shannon.
I don't think it's related, though. Because, you know, it would keep, like, zooming in on something, and suddenly you were somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, and there's this dog who's super weird. Conway,
yeah,
didn't we just
got the
pass
dog.
this place? Maybe someone here can point us in the right direction. Let's ask them. Yeah, it looks like they're still open. Must be the night shift. What do you think they do here? Looks like an office building. It looks like a cathedral. What do you think? It looks like an office building. Yeah, an office building in a cathedral. This is weird, but do you think we're inside or outside right now? I mean, the car's out here. Yeah, outside any man-made structure? What? I mean, I can't see this guy. Well, maybe someone around here has a better sense of direction. Maybe Homer. Get a good rest in the truck. Yeah, I know you love a drive. I do too, usually.
He's a good boy.
Wind in your ears. I saw you back there, Homer. Okay. I guess we'll go look at this barrier. Shannon, into the line? Seems that way. Not for us, I hope. Okay. I forgot about the horseshoe marker thing. We are inside. What is this place? Dude. Somebody got up. Oh, this lady's coming. Receptionist. Marianne, well, here you are. Better late than never, I guess. Just unload the whiskey over there by the elevator. I'll figure something out. Wait. Okay. We gotta go with Shannon wanna settle a bet. Marianne, I'm actually pretty busy, but sure, what's up? Shannon, he says we're outside, but I think we're inside. Marianne, wow, okay, is that like a philosophy thing, or are you just lost? I guess it is a bit philosophical, huh? Okay, I wouldn't say you're dressed like a philosopher. Oh, how am I dressed? You work like me. I take care of the heating and cooling and watch the front desk, you know. At first, I thought you were here delivering whiskey for our little celebration, but you don't look like one of the boys from the distillery either. What are you celebrating? Oh, the less I understand, the better. When I'm here, I keep the fans turning and the furnace hot. And listen for the bell. When I get home, I'm a different person. I don't have to think about it. I just paint. Well, it's clear you're new to this territory. I expect you just mean to be passing through. We're looking for Dogwood Drive. Do you know where that is? Dogwood. Nope. No. Isn't worth a shot. Ooh, a map clerk. You're gonna need to talk to someone upstairs about that. One of the map clerks. But first, we've got to get you in the system. So you'll need an appointment with one of the ingestion clerks. Now let's see.
Is that all supposed to be paperwork up there, or what are those big fluffy piles?
Clouds. Rick is booked proofreading drafts all afternoon, and Wanda's out on a site. Let me go make some calls and see if we have anyone free. There are some books over there in the waiting area, or just take a look around. Have you seen our grotesques? Dude, these are TVs up here. Television is playing a cartoon about a bird. The cartoon bird collects pieces for its nest. A scarf, a plastic shopping bag, a bit of young girl's hair. The nest is warm, but precariously fragile. Okay. Television is playing what looks like a nature documentary. Hermit crab scuttled across the beach. Its shell is an awkward shape and must have once belonged to a different crab. These are very informative. television is playing an instructional video on elevator design. It is crucial to maintain proper lighting in an elevator. In the absence of sight, passenger sense of motion is greatly enhanced. Passengers should never
The descriptions feel like the Voight comp test from Blade Runner or something. Like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be... if it's supposed to be evoking some sort of weird feeling, or I don't know what.
The lady never answered a question if we're inside or outside. Night, I can't go down. Can I just go up the elevator? Like, just bypass this lady? It does not appear so. Alright, let's look at the books. These should be interesting. 3 books are piled on the table. A service manual for a sewage pump, some architectural plans for a bungalow, and a slim collection of Japanese death haiku. An envelope is protruding from the bottom of the stack. Let's pick up the envelope. The envelope reads Bureau of Secret Tourism.
Secret tourism?
Contains several small handwritten brochures with ritualistic directions to bizarre locations. At what point does this guy just be like, nope, I'm out of here?
I mean, it's a little bit like, I don't know, like Twin Peaksy or something? Like...
Mary, I know good. I thought you left. People can be so impatient. You never know. Lady, I was standing right there. I walked past you. Well, I have you a meeting with Lula Chamberlain. She's a senior clerk and doesn't usually handle the ingestion process, but she's the only one with room on her plate this evening. My schedule says she's on the 5th floor, reviewing some diagrams. Elevator's just back to the left there. 5th floor. Alright. Let's roll. This dude cannot run. I just tried. That was a very satisfying series of ding sounds. She's on the 5th floor, right? Conway scans a column of elevator buttons. Bears! I mean, we gotta go to the Bears, right?
Yes, if that's an option, I would say go.
Yeah, this is Kentucky Route Zero, Chapter 2. My God, it's full of bears. Can I talk to the bears? I don't... Oh, is this like the head bear? I would like to talk to you, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Brown? Kodak guy ask you a question? No, that didn't work. Okay. That's just a floor with bears in it. Pardon us, wrong floor. Let's go down. 2nd floor. Yeah, sure. It's on the 5th floor, right? Diagrams, drafts, 4th floor, archives and records, bears, we're on bears. Conference room, clerk's offices. I don't want to go to the clerks because there was people there. Let's see what's in the conference room. Oh. Dude, there's donuts. Get the donuts. Connor, stop. The donuts. Let's just join this meeting. Can I join the meeting? Excuse me? You are not presenting anything? Alright, we'll go to the 5th floor. Enough of this silliness. It's very silly.
This is a silly place.
1, 2, 5, 3, sir, 3. Yeah, that's like how every meeting actually goes. When someone walks in, everyone stops and looks. You never want to be the last guy in, because you know everyone's going to stare at you. And you don't want to be the first guy in either, because everyone assumes you're not busy if you're the first person there. That doesn't look like a lady. But, I mean, who am I to judge? Record player. Fix your record player, dude. Don't be mad. Greg is hard at work examining some diagrams, measuring angles with a plastic protractor, and occasionally scribbling numbers in a small leather notebook. Greg, can I help you? Don't answer that. What? Oh, no. I'm an interior spatial analyst. I can't help you with that. I think the ingestion clerks have all gone home for the night. Lulu might be able to help you. She's pretty senior. You just missed her, actually. She was up here about an hour ago. She's probably back at her real desk now on the first floor. Barely made a dent in these diagrams. She must have been distracted. Speaking of which... Okay. Down we go. Speaking of distracted, dude, your head just turned 180 degrees. Okay, her office is on the first floor. Alright, first floor. There's the bears. There's the meeting. Still has donuts. Rick, hello, are you lost? Very much so, yes. Okay, let's get you pointed in the right direction then. It's a pretty straightforward process. First, you'll need to get a case number assigned. Talk to Clerk Metstein about that. She's just over there at the end of the room. Happy to help. I already hate this part of the game. Clerk Metstein. Hi, how are you? Fine, thanks. I just need your ingestion card and list of your last 5 permanent address. Let's just skip it. Which one of you is Lulu Chamberlain? Oh, sure. That's her in the cardigan. Great. Dude, this dude looks so beaten down. Lulu, having fun in Paperclip Labyrinth? Well, you made it eventually. You look exhausted. I'd offer you my seat, but my ankles are turning on me. What does that mean? Let's just say I'm fine. Shannon, no, you're not. Lulu, how stoic, or is it romantic? Are you a suffering artist? Let's just get to it. The receptionist said you could point us in the right direction. Lula, this concrete bunker of an office is just a waypoint for you, I'm sure. Where is it you're trying to go? We're looking for 5 Dogwood Drive. Dogwood Drive. That's funny. Do you know I used to live on a Dogwood Drive? This was years ago.
On a Dogwood Drive.
On A, right? A grimy old house, basement full of insects, attic full of birds. I had a few roommates. We all worked at the university. I had a dog. I drank whiskey and beer and made sculptures. Like, this is a lot of information, lady. But that dogwood was a surface road with a name like that. It would have to be. What are you doing on the Zero? A gas station attendant told us we'd need to take the Zero to get there. Gas station attendant, I see. Friendly blind man about my age, hangs out with an old cat. Likes to pretend he's a poet.
That doesn't sound like anybody.
It was totally the dude we met first. His name is Joseph. Do you know him? Joseph and I used to work together, and we lived together.
Oh, that guy in the previous chapter,
Yes,
okay.
we were friends. That was a long time ago. We haven't spoken in years. Do you know why he's pointed you this way? It's because he's still in love with me, of course, and now he's implicated you quite inconsiderately, and in your condition, it's appalling. So I'm very sorry for wasting your time, but I'm afraid you've been misled. Excuse me. But where's the Dogwood Drive you lived on? Maybe it's the same one. No, it's not possible. I see. Okay. The Dogwood Drive I lived on is now called Pale Dogwood Drive. They renamed all the streets, you see. Too many streets with the same names. It was never a problem before, but now we have these databases, and it's all too confusing for the computer. The computer has no sense of ambiguity, so it proclaims an error. Name collisions, they call them. So my Dogwood Drive is Pale Dogwood Drive, and another might be Large Leaf Dogwood Drive, or Himalayan Flowering Dogwood Drive, and so on, but one of them is still just Dogwood Drive, or so we might hope. It's really a matter of consulting records, of which we have an abundance here. Do you have a record of those streets? I expect we must. They'll be up in archives and records, 4th floor. It'll be filed under 0 for autonyms, probably, or G for generic, and maybe S for specific, depending on which part of the street name was changed. Okay, great. I mean, we didn't get our, like, ticket number. Hopefully that's not an issue. Archives and records, so 4th floor. You know we're gonna go talk to those bears at some point. Maybe it's under D for Dogwood Drives. Alright, documents. Shannon, damn, this place is a mess. Okay, take a look through that logbook, I guess. Maybe there's some kind of system to all these boxes. I'll just start digging. The small logbook has a smart leather cover. A few notes are scribbled on the inside covers. Most pages are just lists of titles, names, and dates. Inside front cover. Note in logbook. Document staff, please do not transfer any more records from storage unit until we get the new file cabinets in. We're up to F, and that will have to do for now. Instruct clerks to focus on activities beginning with the letters A, B, C, D, E, or F, or activities most likely to involve research on subjects beginning with those letters. For example, cars is okay because it involves automotive, driving, brakes, etc., but air quality is not okay because it relates to health, safety, pollution, etc. Okay. Page 1. Several documents relating to sporting competition venues were quickly checked out and back in over a period of a few days. Basketball courts, baseball fields, alleys, and parking lots. Randomly, we're going to look at page 14. Single set of documents relating to coal mining operations. Ooh, we were in a coal mine. Was checked out and back in by several different people within a few hours. Inside back cover. Note and logbook. Failing antique shops. Folder missing. Listed check-in on page 63, but not present. Huh. Page 63. Check-in. Failing antique shops. Monday, 3 p.m. Signee, Ed Bohm. Put the logbook away. Shannon, nothing, me neither. Half of these boxes aren't even labeled, and the rest are all from the first few letters of the alphabet. I couldn't find anything on O or a G or an S. Maybe that clerk knows.
So is it just that? Is it? Actually, just forgot what I was going to ask. Is it just that we are not finding the information in the file that we're looking for, or?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we also never really figured out how much our sort of choices actually change this story. I'm wondering if ever there was a can we not go over there? Possibility to have a different outcome here? Probably not. Did I hit up? I meant to hit down. Like, these say down and this one says up. First floor, clerk's offices. Alright. We are playing this as one of our backlog games, which we started in the month of June. It was actually free on Twitch Prime for a while.
Which, if you're watching this and it's still July 2018, you may want to check out, if you're a Prime subscriber, the twitch.tv landing page, because they are rotating games out every couple of days. Hue is the newest edition as of recording.
Yeah, they've got some good ones coming up, too. You can check out the schedule. We talked a little bit on the podcast last night, but...
we did.
Yeah, like games Tyranny, Broken Age, those are coming up later in the month, so you'll want to keep an eye out for that if you are in the month of July 2018. Nothing. That's unfortunate. Well, they must still be in transit. You see, we've only moved into this new venue somewhat recently, and it's all a bit in progress. This was a cathedral not so long ago. Can you believe it? And then the Bureau reclaimed it. The old congregation has been directed to one of our storage facilities for their activity. That's where you'll find the secret name record, street name records, I expect. At the church. Mary Ann at reception can give you directions. Just come back here when you have the files, and we'll begin the necessary paperwork to have the information analyzed. Oh, and while you're out on the road, you might want to stop and see Dr. Truman about your leg. He's a specialist regarding ailments of the joints and limbs, and I know he works at night. His home office is in a small neighborhood on the east edge of Bowling Green. Here's his card. Do stop and see him. That leg is a miserable sight. Take care of each other. Yeah, I have the Twitch app. It's just okay, I guess. I played another game 2 weeks ago, I guess, that I had gotten free through Twitch. Shadow Tactics. We also played Treadnoughts.
Oh, that's right. Shadow Tactics came from Twitch also.
Twitch, the...
I'm still kind of looking forward to playing SteamWorld Dig 2.
Yeah, I think it works fine. I mean, I find myself, like, if I'm watching something on Twitch, sometimes I'll open the client, mostly if I think I'm going to be playing a game or looking at those. Other times I just go to the webpage. I don't know. Let's see if we can get directions. Get what you need. Lula said you could direct us to the church. Oh, sure, the old storage lot. Just get back on the zero and drive until you hit the crystal. Then turn around. It'll make sense once you get on the road.
Oh,
you
man.
can handle
What is even going on?
All right, Homer. Get in the car. Truck, whatever. They get back in the truck. They take a minute. No, we get back in the truck. We don't need any more time to think. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. What is all of this? What? Where are we? The Jaws? No! I didn't like that. The bat wings, alright. The TV. lightning bolt. So what's really weird is I'm not moving my mouse. Wait, and then turn back around. We found it. Maybe. That was weird. I mean, but everything's weird in this game. What does this say? Something dumb, fandom, random access self-storage. Got it. Yeah, I don't, can I go back to that? I don't know. Is that it over there? I don't see any congregation. It's dusty in here. Maybe it's after hours. Let's see what the janitor knows. Yeah, that's a fair idea. Brandon. Oh, here for the night mass? What kind of mass is it? Tonight, it's a homily on work and need. Huh. I haven't heard this one before.
A homily is a sermon.
Yes. Where is the congregation? Brandon. I guess this must look pretty strange. A church without a congregation. When they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had a mass every night. 2 on Sunday. But it got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see it was a thing that was falling apart, they lost their center of gravity and just started wobbling. Huh? Then the preacher stopped coming too, but he left his old tapes. Same with the organist. I have found some old acetates in the Bureau archives. Photos of people in churches, so I keep it running. Again with these tapes, which we kind of saw in the mines as well. What do you have? You do what you have to, right? Yeah, right now we have to find some Bureau documents. Oh, you're from the Bureau. I moved all those documents to Unit C315. Make room for the mass. It's down at the other end of the building, same floor. I need to get the night mass started, but you can borrow my keys. I'll go. You wait here. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale. Nice lady. Well, I'd better get this running. Brandon presses play on an old tape machine. Conway listens. I mean, don't be rude and, like, talk to him. Listens a lot. Holy cow, we got all kinds of shaky text. Preacher, there are many days of which we proclaim the value of labor. Many days on which we proclaim the value of labor and celebrate the piety of the hard-working through feast or abstinence, recognizing St. Joseph the worker, who was the foster father to our Lord Jesus, and who trained him in carpentry and in the merit of sweat. And this is one such day. You know, sweat is one of those words. I often spell sweet as sweat. And it really doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you one of those peak people? Like the peak of them? I took a peek.
No, it's one of those. Like, you know, when you just like write a word wrong once and then it's like forever burned into your memory.
Yeah. Yep.
And so then it like starts to throw me. I'm like, wait, weak? Is it weak with E's or
A's?
Have
you ever learned the opposite of a mnemonic device and then realized it, and now all you can remember is the wrong way?
Exactly. Okay, Conway listens to the homily. No, we're just going to keep listening to this weird, shaky text. It's like brainwashing us. On this day, we celebrate the feast of St. Joseph the Worker, and on this day, other workers are also celebrating workers who do not attend Mass, or even one like it? Even workers... What? It's a really weird sentence. Workers who do not... Even workers who do not attend a church at all, but who toil with clarity, with dedication, with perspicacity. Perspicacity? It's a heck of a word. Who do as we do here in our church, inasmuch as they reflect the activity of God. As we do, they cultivate the earth. And at sundown, they call the fruit of their labor very good.
Perspicacity means that it's something that could be understood by a rational adult.
That doesn't exist anymore.
Which is weird because perspicacity itself is like, what does that mean?
We're just going to keep listening to this weirdness. I often like in games when there's a choice to like just be silent.
Right, and just let it keep going.
I wish that was a choice more often. It reminds me a lot of, I'm going to let this text scroll because I'm talking. The RPG Alpha Protocol, did you ever play that?
I didn't. I saw a lot of video on it, but you could do the same thing in The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah. So Alpha Protocol didn't have a lot of, like, stay silent options, but all of the dialogue was timed. So, you know, you couldn't do the Mass Effect. I always go back to Mass Effect because it's the worst. You couldn't do the Mass Effect thing where you, like, just leave the dialogue up for, like, an hour. And it was just, like, pretty much a pause. So it was all timed. So you had to provide your responses in, like, a reasonable amount of time, a few seconds. It's pretty good. Or you could do nothing, and that was an option, too. Beyond the church, this day is celebrated in remembrance of a violent protest in Chicago and to honor the 4 martyrs who were unjustly persecuted in its wake, having not only pursued their vocation in their daily labor, but also having pursued their avocation in the form of protest, activism, community building, radicalization, scholarship, and finally martyrdom. Their and our avocation being, as it should be for us all, as members of the church or otherwise, to secure for our fellow workers the right to labor with dignity. It's quite a mouthful. So
I'm just trying to figure out if it actually means something.
At this point, you might actually interrupt and be like, dude, you're like just screaming to a video. Conway listens to the homily. So just as there's no dignity without sacrifice, there's no vocation without avocation, just as the left eye perceives that which is to the left and the right eye perceives that which is to the right. And these images are summed, differentiated, and incorporated, and we find in our mind's eye an after-image of divine light only where love and need are one, and the work is play for mortal stakes is the deed ever really done for heaven and the future. You know, this is actually one of the strangest things. The way the 2 eyeballs like merge vision into one. That kind of blows my mind. Okay, that's it. Next are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate, I don't think, and I don't remember them anyway. I got it. I don't like any of these options. We were just listening to the sermon. What? I found what we came here to get. The file on street name changes. You don't look good. Let's head back to the bureau and get this straightened out, and then maybe we should see that doctor the clerk recommended. Yes, let's do that. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? I'm okay. I've got you. You're alright. Shit. Rated M for mature. Your leg is pinned. I'm going to pull you out. We have to get you out of here. Are we back in the mine? We're back in the mine, aren't we?
Did we ever leave
That's
the
what
mine?
I'm saying,
that was the question.
Dude. There
Yes.
you go. Okay. Are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. Here, let's get you onto the tram. We're back in the mine. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. What? Hey, old man, look at me. Can you hear me? Brandon, what happened? Shannon, I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. No, I don't want to listen to another sermon. I think I need to see that doctor. Yes, you do. I don't want to listen to another sermon. She and Brandon's the doctor's card. How do we get to this address from here? I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, you know, here and there. Bureau's the only way I know. Some of those folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came, find the crystal, and then turn around. Like, this way the way we came? Or this way the way we came? I mean, this is like technically the way we came.
I don't really get what's happening in this traversal thing.
I don't either. Alright. Homer, stay put. Turns out Homer's dog would drive the whole time. I don't, you know, do I have to talk? I don't want to talk to Marion. Back so soon. Can we talk to Clerk Lula Chamberlain again? I'm afraid she left in a big hurry. Actually, something happened with your meeting. We need to get to Interstate 65. Lula filed your papers, so you're in our system now. I can process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. I mean, there's nothing else. I don't want to go back to the bare room, I guess, is what I'm getting at. We're ready to be processed. She hands the receptionist Lulu's card. Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Of course, this is in a neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. 65 going southwest, take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. Great. Oh, holy cow, we're back in reality. No, come back to the highway. Okay, she said southwest, observatory. There's the observatory. We're gonna go this way. Oh. Okay. The neighborhood at the address on Lulu's card has been demolished, and his place is a large museum, still partially under construction. Great. I mean, I guess that's where we go. X2 Scene 4. Museum of Dwellings. Alright, hold on. We gotta head over here. What? Oh yeah, he was talking to his dog. Guy was a weirdo. Is this present? Museum staff, what did he say? Just small talk, you know, like talk to your buddies or something. Like you talk to a doctor. Just like, damn, this is a lot of rain. I haven't seen rain like this since that storm a couple years back that took out the set's herb garden. I just feel bad for that old dog getting dragged all over by a couple of drunks. Old dog with that should be sleeping on a porch somewhere, but that's loyalty for you. Well, they didn't stay long anyway. Perfect. What is this? It's like telling it like it was in the past. Flora, I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in, but they didn't see me. He had his umbrella open inside. What were they talking about? The man said his leg was hurting him. They were looking for Dr. Truman. but he was already gone. But they didn't know, so they kept looking around. And then kind of embarrassed me about them. Fred, I just assumed they were from the power company. You know how they're always coming by unannounced, messing with this or that. I just shut myself up in the room to wait it out. No sense getting involved. Museum staff. They definitely weren't from the power company. Well, I wouldn't complain if they were, really. That storm going on, I know they have to do their business. It doesn't affect me. I've got my generator, but you know, some of these folks around here, unprepared. Totally unprepared. Okay, I thought an alarm was going off. It's actually a car alarm outside. I'm not sure what to do. I guess we'll go this way. Like, I'm very confused. Can we go, like, further in? Oh, we can. Maybe. Oh, whoa. Stuff is like very disorienting. What? Flora, I was playing in that empty cabin and they came by. They asked about Dr. Truman. I know where he went, but I didn't tell them. Where did Dr. Truman go? It's a secret. Ezra told me. I can't tell anyone else. Who is Ezra? He's my age. He doesn't really live here. He's just passing through with his brother Julian. First, they're going to help us. I can't say any more about that. A lot of secrets. Lady asked me about my parents. I told them they're upstairs in the house. Do you want to hear a weird story? Of course. The old man asked me about the cabin. He said it looked like another house he knew. He wanted to know where it came from. I told him nobody lived there, so he went inside. He took a long time exploring. When he came back out, he told me all about it. It's getting darker. It got darker. What did he find in the cabin? He went upstairs and he also looked around the other rooms. I played with the dog. Upstairs, he looked in some boxes, he looked out the window. He could see the museum better than when he was downstairs. He could tell how it was all put together. And the cabin, too, he could see the shape of it better from up there. Now, the part that is weird... yeah, they're getting to the weird part, guys. Don't worry. He said he went into the basement. The cabin doesn't have a basement. He said he found a staircase in a closet. Then he found a rope leading down a long pit, and he climbed down. I mean, we're not doing bugs, dude. No way. It was so long, his arms got very tired, and he fell in the dark. He didn't get hurt, though. He was already hurt. He didn't get hurt, though. He crawled through a tunnel where he found a hidden garden. No, we're not doing the bugs, guys. It was beautiful. He felt so calm, he fell asleep. He woke up on the floor of the cabin. He came back outside. We said goodbye. I didn't talk to them anymore. Alright, so everyone get that? We all understand what's going on now, right? Hey, there's that symbol from the barn. Do you see it? Oh yeah, we're putting the umbrella out. Oh, no. Excuse me. No. What was that? Sadie. The moment I now recall most clearly from their short visit was the birdcage exhibit. The old man stopped to rest, or maybe to think. The young woman had been anxious up to that point, but she stopped as well and examined the birdcage more closely. It seemed to elicit a tenderness from her. She had one fingernail along the bars of the wire cage, making out a tuneless scale, a child xylophone. And they moved it. I don't know what I'm doing with the umbrella, by the way. I'm just... Alright, no, we gotta go check this thing out. I mean, this is very clearly, like, stuff from their past. I don't know. Maybe not. Like, maybe this is Homer's doghouse. The dog was in nearly as bad shape as the old man, just sort of shrugging along. They found some treats in the doghouse exhibit that seemed to cheer them up a bit. Great. I can't check out this very obviously recall to a previous part of the story barn. Okay.
It wouldn't do you any good anyway.
I know, right? What's this one? Here we go. Flora, I think you need to get some real horses in the stable. Snappy, like horses. Did the strangers go in the stable? No, they just poked around a bit and talked about barns. They were pretty boring. Sure, I talked to them for a bit. Actually, we talked for quite a while. I wasn't busy. I was happy for the company. Can't sleep in a storm like that. Never could. What did you talk about? I had a bottle in my coat. You could see the old guy looking at it, and his leg was hurting bad, so I offered him some. He got real awkward about it. I bet he's in a program. Anyway, they were asking about Dr. Truman. I remember him. He was here for a bit. So that's what I told them. I can't actually talk to you. Forklift. Yeah, we're taking the crane up, or elevator, or whatever.
That thing.
Well, it looks like the... It was like all power cranes. But now I realize there's actually two of them, so... I should have put out the umbrella. Alright, if I see silhouettes of death, what is that? Ivy, they wouldn't come in just rushing around. You could tell they were warned. It was late at night, but just rushing around. Well, there was some urgency to the old man's injury, so it's understandable. What were they looking for? They were looking for Dr. Truman, but of course, I had nothing to say. The man was hurt. How was he hurt? His leg, it was twisted or something. He held it while he walked. It made a little sound. Oh, how? I don't know. I didn't ask. It would have been bruised, I think. There goes a gate. Well, I just don't know. I suppose I never read. What else are we going to see that bird here? See, there's a crane right there. George was working in the greenhouse and I saw them come off the elevator. They were lost, obviously. It was obvious. Oh, of course I said the odd-shaped building. Sure, the round with metal. Yeah, that one. House of the future sort of thing. I always thought it looked more like a grain bin. What you got? I guess it's sort of moving. Anyway, they seem to have been entire tunnel under their umbrellas and still stopped the transmission. A boat! But I was awake and alert, studying the workout. Even out short of the yes, we had a short conversation with a young woman heard my radio practicing the cabin asked about it. The old man was a bit disappointed. Want to know about your woman? He thought he recognized the model just from the noise it was making. He even heard many old radios from the period had badly designed circuits. It's a kind of judgment feedback process. That's why you need to come down and have to deal with it. $1 look, yeah. Well, then they had to doctor and think the old man was having a bad time and it was a short conversation. Alright. Here's the greenhouse. We're playing down on love on me, coming across a line, stepped out away. While they were you over here with talking? Well, I heard you yell something and asked a friend about your job. What kind of furniture collector do you or anything? It sounds like, well, maybe they get the picture of how. No idea what I should be doing, or if I'm even proceeding. A bird is mesmerizing. And this is a real conversation. Okay, I saw you folks drive up. I like the truck. What kind of truck is that? You know where Dr. Sherman is? Yes, ma'am. He's out in the forest. He was cooking out there a few weeks ago, and he didn't want to come back. He lived there all the time. Or when you do, take them out to the forest and bring them back. Get your family out to the forest. Oh, they're, I don't know where they are. But it's a job to do here now. We need people out in the forest at night so they can sleep. Maybe with the rest of them want to stay out there. We'll get back. You have to follow the Green River Way out east. And off of Lake the road don't go there. We really look out there. Julie is the bird. I've played video games before. Wait. I don't believe I'm in control of said bird. I mean, I'm not doing anything. No, I'm totally in control of the bird. Oh no. What do you say? East Green River?
Yes.
Over Lake Cumberland. Okay. No, over this way. Here's probably the lake. That is not the right lake. No. Oh boy, now we're lost. No, bird. Greener. Okay. So let's keep going this way. Lake. Alright, this is it.
Okay.
It all started making
All
sense.
answers. Yes.
This is not the right lake. You said over the lake. I mean, we've reached the end of the universe. Well, let's go back to lake.
A long, strange road trip.
This is kind of what it's like when you drive out to West Texas. Oh, there's another lake over here. Yes, we've done it. I just said on the other side. These are kind of strange lakes. It's getting. What is that? That must be the forest. Okay, we got it. We did it, y'all. Act 2, Scene 5. Well, of course. A forest. Wait. I'm a kid now. Oh. Ooh, look at that bird. That is so cool. Hey, it's pretty good. Janet, it's okay. Just take it easy. We've got to get back on the road. We will, but we need to get this leg looked at first. Right now, you're in no condition to haul anything out. Why is this delivery so important? Honestly, we just have to be honest. We have no idea. Okay, well, who knows? Why do we do anything, right? That seems important to me too. Maybe we'll figure it out when we get there. Yeah, let's talk to the dog. How did you come to be with these birds? I bet you were pretty wild when you were younger. I won't like you, I'll still be wild. Oh, there's a guy playing the piano. Is this the doctor? Excuse me, are you a doctor? Dude. We've passed this guy twice. Shannon shouldn't be. Oh, that's a weird transition. Shouldn't be much further now. I think I see where the settlement ends over there. These woods go on forever. Well, no forest goes on forever. At some point, there's always a road or something. A parking lot. Don't act so defeated, okay? I just need to rest. We're almost there. Dr. Freeman will have a nice couch or something we can rest on, and medicine or something. I don't know. Let's talk to the dog again. Have you ever been here in winter? Have you ever been over to the lake? I went there once with my folks. is how kids talk. We had some burgers. Pretty great. Alright. Onward. You're gonna see the banjo guy again. Dude, what happened to that tent? It's back! Got to go home. The banjo guy. Got to go home, boys. Got to go home. It's dark and raining. Oh. Car. But no more music. Do you have any family you're close with? Brothers, sister, kids? Just Lisette's family, I guess. Oh yeah, husband, bunch of kids. Her husband, Ira, and I were friends. No, we'll be more cryptic then. Well, I guess it's just me and her now. Oh well, she was still a family, right? I guess I was always closest. We were as close as someone can be with a girl like that. She was always on her own wavelength, but we were the same age growing up, and everyone else was so busy. When she disappeared, I got pretty angry, and I guess I just stayed that way. Never really understood her, but I knew her. Lonely without someone like that around. Sorry, you're a good listener. Oh, yep, talk to the dog again. I bet you come from a big family dog. Yeah, dogs with big families. Big families, I like that. Seems easier to keep track of them. That's absolute nonsense. Okay, that car is half visible. It's also hard to, like, move this kid. Like, the mouse keeps moving with the screen?
Yeah, right.
Shannon, he's inside with Dr. Truman. Are you coming in? Sure, I'll come in. Dr. Truman lets me watch TV sometimes. Oh no, not TV again. My folks never watch TV, but I like it. Like the way it looks. Said you lost track of your family, though. Yep, it's easy to get lost, especially out in the woods like this. I never really get lost, though. I just look out for Julian. He's always around. My folks had a really nice house, bigger than any of these houses, but it made them worried all the time. Then the bank took it back. That's not how it goes. I had to sleep at the bus station, but I couldn't ever get to sleep, so I just went out to fly around every night with Julian. We flew really far and never got lost. Came back in the morning, we were all gone. We'll help you look for them. Yeah, okay, maybe we can all go looking again later. Right, let's go see what's on. It's a really tall house, and by tall house I mean those are the trees in the woods. It's still outside. Dr. Truman, and yeah, I think during that exit interview is when I really realized how badly they had me. But how else can you pay for medical school? I have college friends with debts that you can't expect to pay that back unless you're planning to sell painkillers on the side or something. Or, you know, some kind of administrative thing. Okay, I don't know, having seen what arthritis did to my grandmother and my best friend in high school destroy his wrists building synthesizers. I mean, he was like 17. Ailments of the joints and limbs just seem important to me. Hope that answers your question. Getting a scholarship with the pharmaceutical company had a lot of strings attached. But at least I have somewhere to practice. Even if I have to follow their market trends a bit. And hey, thanks to all those seminars, I'm an expert on the medical uses of Neuropnol TM. It's not so bad. So how about that leg? What happened exactly? My leg was crushed by falling rocks. Ah, crushing injury. Yeah, those can be pretty bad. Everything gets all compressed. There are a lot of little pieces to... You know what? Never mind. Let's take a look. How bad could it be, right? Um, singing about hard times. Yeah, everybody has it pretty rough right now. Even if you just want to go home, you'll have that. It'll be too dark and you'll get scared. It's hard sometimes, but things have a way of working out. I mean, that's what you tell kids. You don't tell them, like, you'll get lost forever, kid. Sherman's going to help the friend. He'll be okay. They have, like, IKEA furniture.
Decent little space.
Yeah, right. Nothing can't handle. You might have a few things to look out for in the future. Be a bit strong with the leg or the way you walk, but to be okay. I've dealt with similar cases before. So the anesthetic we'll use is called Retinol TM. It's pretty experimental, but it's more appropriate in cases like yours. The way it works is I'll count backwards from 5 to start the process, and then you'll just have a normal conversation as the Retinol TM takes effect, and it'll get started. Here we go. 5. 4, 3, it's getting dark again. 2, it's getting blurrier. So let's talk about billing for a moment. The pharmaceutical company I'm contracted with was recently acquired by an energy company. Of course they were. The room has changed. Some different standards for billing and revenue, so it's a bit complex.
So, Jared, it's time to venture a guess. What do you think this is all about?
Crystal meth.
I think this is exactly what goes through a meth head's psyche.
I have no idea. I mean, like, the easy guess is it's like this guy is dead or dying or something. But I honestly don't know. I don't want to continue Act 3, so we are going to actually pause it here. Kentucky Route Zero, Act 2. What do you say?
As
what
it
do we
is.
say to that?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's story as old as time. As old as Boy Meets Girl.
I will say, this episode, I feel like, was a little more interesting than the last one. If only for
there's a lot more like exposition or something. Like I feel like there was more. I mean, that doesn't make it easier to understand.
No, I still don't know what's going on, but now I know what to expect. I think that's what's different.
See, I'm glad I did not stream this without you, quite frankly.
Yeah, I would have been very confused on Act 3, which I will still be very confused on Act 3. But if you would like to be very confused on Act 3, then I highly, highly recommend you subscribe right here on twitch.tv/GameByteShow so you can get notified when we go live next week and bring you Act 3 of Kentucky Route Zero, which we are playing in its entirety right here on the stream Monday nights, 10 o'clock Central Time. We'll be here again. For your viewing pleasure. You can find the archives over on youtube.com/GameByteShow. If you missed Act 1, catch up, I guess. It might help a little bit.
You know, all of our streams are sort of equally perplexing, so it's not like, you know.
That's true.
It's not like it's anything
That's
special.
true. You'll definitely want to head over to GameByteShow.com and check out our audio podcast, which comes to you twice a week. You know, last night's show, which came out this morning, we talked about the mid-year review for 2018. So some of the games we've been playing, what we liked, what we didn't like. I talked about Kingdom Come Deliverance, which I streamed a little bit earlier. That should be no shock that that's the reason I streamed it. So go check that out.
You got arrested.
Yeah, I did get arrested. I then murdered a blacksmith.
Yeah. They should have arrested you harder.
Yes, more arrested. GameByteShow.com. You can find us on Twitter at GameByteShow. You can find me individually at red_I.
You can find me, the ethereal co-host, at Jeremy_Lamont. You can also find our two podcasting compatriots, Legrand Jolly is at Legrand, Legrande, and Dale Jones, off somewhere in the Oriental climes, visiting Japan in his annual pilgrimage, is at Count Elmdor.
He's off figuring out when exactly Yakima 1 and 2 are coming out on PC. Or
Yakima,
whatever that game is.
Yakuza,
whatever, man.
It's like pretty close. Same thing. They understand it. You can say it anyway. They'll know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's actually working really hard to get Monster Hunter Worlds released. He's on a special mission.
He may do it. He may succeed.
He might. Just wait till August 8th or so, and we'll see. No, but thank you again for joining us, and we will see you next week. Bye.
See you next time.